Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be looking at M.A.S.S Builder. Specifically, we're going to be looking at the new trailer and seeing any new things that we can glean from it. So let's get started here. As you can see, I've muted it. So we've got this nice, cool shot of what looks like the default M.A.S.S frame here. This looks like a new backpack just to start off with. The rest of it looks very similar to how it did in the demo, but I think there's some extra stuff that I think has been animated, and some shinier reflective surfaces been put on there just by the look of it. But now we jump straight into combat here. Again with the same mass here. The map seems to have stayed the same roughly. We've got the battle points up top as usual, so nothing too out of the way at the moment. We can see here we've got some of the basic weapons from the demo building shot here. Now here's where we get to see a couple of the new parts in quick succession. So we've got what looks like the standard torsos here from the demo. They're all the same. They've all been unlocked for the purpose of showing off the different customization options here, but the backpacks, the first backpack is different. I've got it half loaded here, or rather the frame that it's on, it's still loading in, so its textures are kind of low res at the moment, but we can see the fourth slot here. That's a completely new backpack that is shown off in the latest GIF the artist's Mech 3 put up, where it's all glowy. That backpack is featured in there and has this kind of like almost like wings of light effect that comes out the back of it. We've also got this one down here that has a lot of what looks like armor on it from the sides, very similar to this one. That one is a completely new one at the moment, so I've not seen that one. I don't know what that is. Let's see if he flicks forward. There's the one that I was on about before. You can see the thrusters coming out the back here in all directions, so we're going to get some cool effects from that. Oh, we don't get to see the other one. We've got the melee weapon options here. A couple of these are not in the demo build. We have the standard array of swords at the top, and then what looks like a set of beam emitters almost. Either that or like spiked parts at the very end. Those are new, and we've got what looks like two different knuckle options here that we've not seen before. Try to see if we can nope, can't flick forward to the other ones. We've also got new barrels. The bullet option, or the bullet shooter option that we have here, we didn't really have many options for this in the demo builds. Now as you can see, it's expanded heavily. Like we only had the I think it was the first option here, and that one, the Gatling gun, in the demo build, but now we've got access to all these other ones. We've got a different Gatling gun, we've got the heavy machine gun looking one, which kind of reminds me of George's turret from Halo Reach. We've got another couple of other variants that look really cool. This one kind of looks like a sniper rifle barrel or something, because the way that it's jutting out. This one looks kind of like it's got an underslung part, a little bit like a shotgun with the pump. And then this one down here kind of reminds me a little bit of a rifle, but almost like the Astaroth, the Gundam Astaroth's rifle that it has. This one looks like it has ammo magazines pointing out the side, which looks really cool for a design. As you can see, they flick through there really quickly. Let's just go back there. There we go. We can see that one really does look like a sniper rifle. So if you just get this between frames, we can see what they're all like here. So we got that one, the muzzle mod barrel, triangular barrel. That one looks pretty cool. And then we immediately go into the energy buster. We only had two rifle parts that were added on. Oh no, wait, three. Sorry, we had the shotgun one, the combat one, and the standard laser rifle over here. This has also got a new body as well on it that looks completely different compared to the previous one. So now we've got a bunch of different other sections here that make it look like a crazy railgun design almost. We'll try and flick through. This was the one of the other ones that was kind of like a spark shotgun style effect going on here, but it seems to have selected the other one. I don't know whether that's the way that that's edited or not, but there we've got the kinetic buster, the standard one, and then it quickly goes to the missiles again. So the missiles are mounted on the shoulders, and it tells you how many it fires per missile launcher. So we've got the standard missile launcher here. We only had these two options in the demo, I think, or I think there was that one as well. Now we've got access to a lot of other ones, and I like the fact that they get a lot crazier as we go down. The setup is adding on different parts, or rather different armor sections, or at least it looks like it. So we've got 12, another 12, but a different design of it, really. These seem to be the same, but we've got them stacked up side by side. Let's have a look. Go back here to that one. This one reminds me of a Kotobukiya kit from Frame Arms. It's basically like a weapon expansion kit that you can get. Just search up MSG Kotobukiya kit parts, and you'll probably find something that looks very similar to this, because it has a ray dome on it, and then you've got the missiles coming out of it. That one looks really cool. And then we got this other one, the shielded launcher. It's still another 6 firing, so we get 12 in total from both launchers, but this one has the doors that open at the bottom, the side, and then it's got some shielded armor on here, which looks really cool. Then we've got the assault units. These are like little drones that fly around after you, and we only had access to, I think it was these 3 parts here on the left in the demo. We've now got a lot more parts, and obviously they're planning on adding more over time with the roadmap that they've released, and also, as you can see here, we've still got more parts anyway to mess around with them flicking through on the demo. The Drake unit here looks really cool, just because of the way that it elongates the entire thing. It makes it a lot bigger. You got that huge circular section at the back for the boost pod. Looks really cool as a design. And then, of course, we've got the decals. The decals section is full of decals, but the coolest bit that I managed to stop on here was they show off all of the armor colors here, and just look at all these presets. But then right at the very bottom, where is it? There we go. So you can. This is what I was planning on doing at first when I picked it up, is just being stupid and making my suit glow completely. So as you can see there, if we just go back to that last one as well, you can make your suit glow if you want. You can just have a completely neon suit. It will be the craziest thing ever. But you can get really creative with that. I imagine we're going to see a lot of like Psycho Frame style suits just from that alone. Be interesting to see if you can do the actual inner frame like that, because obviously the way that they've got it, it covers just the armor pieces at the moment. But yeah, that's a really neat feature to add to things, especially because of the feature that they kept from the feedback that we had about affecting all the armor, because that makes just things a lot easier to paint. It was a good feature to add in to build things a little bit quicker, so thanks for that, guys. Then we got a different. Well, we get I was going to say a different shot of the suits here, but no, we get the hanger where you can flick through all your preset builds. They said they were going to include this so that you could choose between stuff that you've built before, similar to how we were building multiple suits in the build streams before the game came out. And you can see different ones here. We can see the glowy parts here, and we can see the slight difference in armor parts on both arms, which looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Shockwave from Transformers with the head. Then we've got a glowing suit, which looks really cool. I like this one just because of the choice of colors. It's like a black, dark gray, and white color scheme with the like energy glowing blue coming out of it, almost like a crystal kind of formation, or at least it looks like it. The eyes matching that color as well. It looks really nice as a design. This is most of the stuff that we've seen in the demo before, apart from I think the legs might be slightly different, the head might be slightly different as well. Kind of looks like a lot of the parts we've already seen though, apart from the backpack. Then we've got a couple of other ones here to go through. Oh, then we've got a kind of similar one without the same backpack, but that's got the what looks like chrome style blue accents on top of a white and black frame. Again, that looks really cool. Kind of reminds me of the other one. It's almost as if they've kind of just flipped the color scheme around a bit. They got this one. This one looks crazy. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the eyes here. The face mask looks really weird, but they've gone for a more militaristic theme here. So they got that dark grey, which looks like it's got some kind of camo pattern on it. I could be wrong. Again, kind of similar parts. I have a feeling they just wanted to show off the materials in this bit. It's still cool. I like the way that it looks. And then we've got another glowing suit. This one looks crazy. I think this one's the artist's one that they put up as a GIF on Twitter and Facebook. This one is cool because, again, I have an answer to a question that I asked in this video where we do get inner frame parts such as the pistons and the hands glowing if we want the glow on them, so you can make everything glow. They've taken that feedback and applied that to everything, so we get lots of freedom in terms of which parts we can pick and choose to glow. And again, these are different parts. It's a different torso with a different head setup. Looks like slightly different arms. And then we've got the front torso here that looks like it juts out. We've seen this before in the demo build. The legs kind of remain the same. This one looks crazy. This one kind of reminds me of like the Iron Patriot from Marvel Comics or something, just because of the way that it's red and then sort of this almost white blue. It's sort of like a very light blue, and then you've got a dark blue as well. But I like the way this shows off the very light inner frame here. Well, the very light leg armor mixed with some heavy knee armor, some heavy toe cap armor, and then we've got this heavy shoulder armor. The face mask is different. I don't think we've seen that face mask before. And then this is that huge backpack that we've seen before with all the armor on it. I'm actually surprised it can stand up. And again, we've got the inner frame glowing because you can see it on the hands. This is a similar build, but with different colours again. So we're going through all of these now. It's the very similar builds, just change colours just to show off the materials more than anything. Then we get a bit of the customization and tuning menu, where you get to tune your machine for combat. You get to include different parts on it, different gears and engines that will make your suit react differently. And as you can see here, requires engine level 1, so you basically have to go up the tech tree, which I think they show here. They show some of the other stuff that we could get in the demo here, although I don't think we could get controller level 3 there for stats. That's going to be interesting. Then we've got the tech tree here, where we can develop stuff. It shows how much it costs in terms of points and different materials, so we're going to be grinding for those probably. You also get to see the I think that's the credits in the bottom right, so we get to see the how many credits we have, and then you can go up the tech tree to develop individual things, and it'll give you different active effects on your suit. And we can see how easy it is to develop something. Literally just click on it if you've got the enough for it, and bang, there you go, done. Now, bringing destruction to the enemies. This one's cool. This is a desert level that I don't think we've seen. We get to see it from behind in shooting mode. Then we've got what looks like a beam saber here on an ice level. It looks almost like the same arena. But we've got a flying enemy here by the look of it with like some elongated legs. Let's try and go back just that a little bit because I missed out on the first bit here. This desert area, we've got some new quark in the background. I don't know whether that's one or two different types there. We've got the standard mobs with the giant arms, the ones that look like dogs, versus the one of the builds that had like a glowing arm before, the one that I said looked like Shockwave. Then we've got the ice level. This, I'm not quite sure whether that was an enemy there or not. I'm trying to just figure out what was going on there. That's definitely a floating enemy. I thought there was a beam saber, but the weapon appears to not be a beam saber, so it might be a Quark's. It's either a Quark's ability that I'm seeing here, or it might be that by having it as elemental damage on the blade, that it gives it this kind of glow afterwards. That looks cool. We've got more enemies floating around in the background. We also get to see particle effects there, I think. If we go back and look there, I think we can just about see snow coming down. I could be wrong. Yeah, we can see snow particles. It's hard to make out on this because of it going so fast, but I like the way all these particles are lighting up the environment. They're looking really cool. You can see them affecting the environment around them, so we've got particle lights going on there. I just hope they're not all GPU particles, because that'll kill the frame rate. Okay, so here's the artist's machine from before that we were on about versus a bunch of the standard mobs by the look of it, and I was going to say, I don't know what that is, but it's already shown it as a material that we can pick up here. And then we've got that looks like the demo boss. We've got its health bar up top. I can't remember whether it had a health bar or not before in the demo, but that's pretty cool because now we get to see how far we are from defeating the boss. I just realized you can't actually see this because you can see more of the YouTube bottom bar here. There is a health bar up here. You'll just have to believe me. But we've got the standard boss. We've got this cool cutscene versus these two giant Quark type enemies here with the 3 heads that look like Cerberus, and we've also got to see a bit of the debris moving out the way there, reacting to them. That's cool. We've got this other flying type enemy. That's a boss in the ice level by the look of it. That looks pretty cool. We've got it shooting these purple particle beams at us. This looks really cool in terms of the presentation and stuff. Then we've got that was a very early design machine shot. I've seen that, I swear, before in some of the other stuff that they were doing. So this is showing off like one of the cutscenes here that's in engine. There's a lot of stuff going on here to take in frame by frame. So we've got different enemies going around here. We've got the orbital weapon that I was on about before. I think that's the Dragoon one. Then we've got what looks like a facility in the background here. We've got a bunch of particles. I don't know whether those are crystals or not that the Quark have. This guy looks like, I don't know whether it's his limbs, like his legs or his arms, but he looks like he has giant scythe blades for like arms or legs, and they glow a lot different compared to this guy that's flying around up top. That guy is actually the you can tell by the silhouette just slightly, even though it's blurry because of the motion blur and how fast it's moving. You can just about make out he's the same enemy that they showed off when they were on about expanding the amount of Quark that were going to be in the game. He's the flying type that we saw, just a model of, no textures, so at least we know he's going to be a boss now. Or it's going to be a boss, rather. And then we got in the desert area again, that looks like it's either a cannon shot or a bunch of missiles. I think it might be a bunch of missiles followed up with what looks like a dual-ended beam saber, almost like Darth Maul's dual-ended lightsaber from Star Wars. You can just about make it out here. Like either end is active and emitting particles. Just the amount of particles going on here at once is it's absolutely crazy, but it looks really good. And then of course we've got the final bit there, and then early access. Well done, guys. That's a really cool video. I can't wait. What did you guys think? We tried to get as much out of that as possible in terms of information. Are you hyped for it? How long have you been waiting? I honestly can't wait to drop on this day one and see what it's like. Give you guys my honest opinion. And we shall get into it from day one. So if you want it, early access, it's on the 13th of this month. We only have to wait 3 more days. And then it's good. It's open to the public. So I'll see you then, and we'll see how many builds we can do on day one. So until then, hope you've enjoyed. Thank you very much. Bye.